In this video, we'll begin to unravel the vibrant city of Santiago and highlight some of the best things to see, do, and eat in the area. And I've left some timestamps in the description below in case you want to skip ahead or come back to certain sections to revisit later. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video to be of value. Santiago is the capital city of Chile in South America, and it was founded in 1541 by the Spanish and is the third largest city in South America after Sao Paulo in Brazil and Buenos Aires in Argentina. The Santiago metropolitan region currently has a population of about 6.7 million. Santiago's skyline is a mix of historic and modern architecture with colonial-era buildings standing next to shiny modern high-rises. And the Andes Mountains provide a breathtaking backdrop to the cityscape, creating a dramatic contrast between the urban landscape and natural surroundings. Santiago also has several interesting neighborhoods with distinct personalities and very friendly locals, as well as bustling markets, colorful street art, and a diverse food scene. Many visitors quickly pass through Santiago on their way to other parts of the country, but for those who give it a chance, this vibrant city has a lot to offer, which we'll begin to explore in this video. Santiago has several lookouts with incredible views of the city and mountains, and our first stop is Cerro Santa Lucia, which is considered the birthplace of Santiago. It was here that the Spanish conquistador Pedro de Valdivia founded the city in 1541. During the colonial period, fortresses were built on the hill, and their site served as a strategic lookout to monitor potential threats given its high elevation. It was eventually turned into a public park in the late 19th century, and as you make your way to the top, there are several viewpoints and terraces to take in the incredible cityscape framed by the Andes Mountains. Our next stop is Cerro San Cristobal, where you can hop on the historic funicular which has been transporting visitors since 1925. Now we begin to see how huge this city is. At the summit, you'll find a beautiful 22-meter tall statue of the Virgin Mary who shares her incredible panoramic views of the city with visitors. Then you can take an exhilarating cable car ride to glide across the treetops for more stunning views of the city and the Andes Mountains in the backdrop. The towering building in the distance is the tallest building in South America and is our next stop for more spectacular views of the city and mountains. The Gran Torre Costanera building was completed in 2013 and stands 300 meters tall. As the tallest building in South America, it attracts many visitors from around the world who come to take the ear-popping elevator up to the 61st floor. From the 61st floor, you climb up some stairs to the 62nd floor where giant windowed walls provide spectacular 360-degree views of the city and mountains. Our next stop is the Bahai Temple, a hidden gem which opened its doors in 2016 as one of 8 continental Bahai houses of worship around the world. It provides a welcoming space to reflect, meditate, pray, and worship for all people, irrespective of their religious background. A beautiful building in a beautiful setting with beautiful views. The heart of the historic center in Santiago is Plaza de Armes, and it's surrounded by historic buildings, including the Royal Court Palace, which is now the National History Museum, the Central Post Office, and of course the Metropolitan Cathedral of Santiago. You'll definitely want to step inside the cathedral to take in its grandiose and peaceful ambiance. A few blocks from the plaza is La Moneda Palace, one of the most iconic buildings in Santiago and serving as a seat of the President of Chile. Several other beautiful historic buildings can be found within walking distance from the plaza, and I recommend wandering around to discover the area. The Museum of Pre-Columbian Art is also nearby and has over 3,000 artifacts representing nearly 100 different pre-Columbian cultures spanning over 10,000 years. This is a fascinating and beautiful collection of pre-Columbian art, definitely worth a visit. There are several great neighborhoods with different vibes to explore in Santiago, and first up is Lastarria, one of Santiago's most charming neighborhoods. From Wednesday to Sunday, Lastarria features an outdoor market where you can find handicrafts, local art, and jewelry, and there are many cafes and restaurants with outdoor seating to soak up the ambiance. Next, we have Bella Vista, Santiago's most eclectic and lively neighborhood. This area is known as the city's artistic and nightlife district with many bars and restaurants. You'll also find a kaleidoscope of colorful street art around every corner. If you're a lover of street art, you won't want to miss wandering around this neighborhood. Next up is Barrio Italia, a hip and up-and-coming neighborhood that's full of unique shops, trendy cafes, and of course, Italian restaurants. If you're looking for delicious pizza, this is the area to find it. Finally, we have Franklin, a fun and gritty neighborhood popular with locals and known for its massive flea market and sprawling antique shops. It's a haven for bargain hunters and vintage enthusiasts. There are also many outdoor spaces to eat and drink, perfect for Sunday fun day. You can buy beers and micheladas from street vendors for $2 to $3 as you wander around. For me, Franklin was the most raw and authentic neighborhood in Santiago, and I loved it. Mercado Central is Santiago's central market and a paradise for seafood lovers. Wander through this market to see all the fresh catches from the long coastline, and several small restaurants offer a range of reasonably priced fish and seafood dishes. Just a short walk from Mercado Central is La Vega, Santiago's largest and most vibrant fresh produce market. This sprawling market is bursting with colors, aromas, and flavors, offering everything from exotic fruits to local spices. It's a favorite spot for locals to shop for fresh produce and ingredients. If you like to visit bustling local markets in new countries, you won't want to miss this one. Head to Galindo restaurant in Bella Vista for some great traditional Chilean cuisine. One of the most beloved dishes is pastel de choclo. It's a hearty dish similar to shepherd's pie but made with a sweet ground corn crust and filled with seasoned meat and chicken, olives, and hard-boiled eggs. It's super delicious and a must-try while visiting Santiago. Now let's talk about the completo, Chile's unofficial fast food, and their take on the hot dog, but bigger, bolder, and loaded with toppings. One entire side of Plaza de Armes is lined with food stalls selling completos. My favorite completo is the Italiano, served with tomato, avocado, and mayo. It's messy and indulgent, but definitely hits the spot. The food scene in Santiago is very diverse and you can find cuisine from all around the world. A hidden gem is New Horizon, a small restaurant serving delicious Indian food. And New Horizon does not disappoint with their butter chicken and naan bread, especially with very recently priced lunch specials. Just a 90-minute drive from Santiago lies Valparaiso, a UNESCO World Heritage City and one of Chile's most colorful and vibrant destinations. I took a full-day tour from Santiago with an excellent English-speaking guide. We wandered around this vibrant port city, learning about its history and taking in all the colorful homes, winding streets, steep hills, and ocean views. It's also a paradise for art lovers with galleries, colorful murals, and street art everywhere. After wandering around this colorful city, our guide took us to a nearby beach called Renaca to have lunch and relax for the last hour of our tour. I highly recommend this tour and will leave a link in the description below.